Hello everyone, we have replicated street food from all over the world many times, but today we will repeat super budget street food. For example, in Venezuela, you can buy a piece of cheese pizza for just $1. We are going to go to the supermarket first, and we will try very hard to meet the amount of $1 for one slice of pizza. So to do this, we bought a piece of the most budget cheese, a package of the cheapest flour, yeast for dough, and also a little sugar and salt by weight. Now we just need to get some tomato paste and head to the checkout. We punch in the goods. In total, we bought $2 worth of groceries. Wow, let's try to make some pizza from these products. Pour a bag of dry yeast into 350 milliliters of water and mix it up. And to make them work faster, we add sugar. We open the package with flour. Pour it out onto a silicone mat. In the middle, we make a little crater and pour the liquid into that. Be sure to salt the dough so that it is delicious. We begin to knead them with a fork and then with our hands. When the dough has been thoroughly kneaded, it should be left to rise, and so as not to get winded, we cover it with cling film. Meanwhile, we squeeze out all our tomato paste into a saucepan. Dilute that with water and mix. Now we salt. That's it, the dough is already risen. Once again, we will thoroughly knead it. Half of this dough will be enough for us. We spread it out on parchment, dust it with flour on top, and roll it out with a rolling pin. We put the dough together with the parchment onto a baking sheet, and using a special knife, we form an even slice of pizza. Then we grease the dough with a tomato sauce. And we open up our budget cheese. Spread that out on top of the pizza. We send the pizza into the oven at 200 degrees. We wait for 10 minutes until she's ready. That's it, we're ready. It took us only $2 to make this piece of pizza. But we have a really big slice of pizza, and those big pieces of pizza that were sold in Venezuela were standard size. Therefore, we can safely cut out our piece into 2 parts. Now each piece costs $1. Let's try it. This is the most standard pizza taste, just cheese, tomato sauce, and dough. In Turkey, for $1, you can buy a cube of fruit Turkish delight, but without nuts. Well, let's try to make it even more cubes for $1. We're going to the store. We take exactly 200 grams of sugar by weight, 1 pack of cornstarch, the cheapest powdered sugar, the cheapest cherry juice, citric acid. We go to the checkout. We punch in the products, and we see 37 hryvnias on the receipt. That's $1.36. Well, let's cook our delicious Turkish delight from this simple set of products. Pour a half liter of water into a saucepan. Open the sugar and send all 200 grams into the water. We also open the citric acid and add it in for balance. We put the saucepan on the stove and mix it so that the sugar and citric acid dissolve, and bring that all to a boil. Meanwhile, we open up the cherry juice. Pour it into a measuring cup. We open up the cornstarch. And we transfer 4 tablespoons with a slide into the juice. Thoroughly mix all this, turning it into a liquid. Pour it into a saucepan into a thin stream, stirring constantly. Gradually, the mass begins to thicken. Therefore, we switch from a whisk to a spatula. When it has become very thick, we put 3 square shapes onto the silicone mat. We fill them with our thick cherry substance. stabilize them, we leave it in the refrigerator overnight. The next day, you can remove the forms. We shift it to a cutting board and cut it. We're trying to make even cubes. Now, mix powdered sugar in a bowl and 3 times more starch. Sprinkle that on top of our cubes. And make sure to get them all over the sides. Our fun Turkish delight sweets are ready. We managed to cook 22 cubes for $1.50. That is, at home for $1, you can cook 16 cubes of Turkish delight, which is twice cheaper than in Turkey. It tastes absolutely normal. You will never understand that it is really cheap. For another $1.50 in Tokyo, you can buy taiyaki. This is a fish-shaped pancake with a filling of red beans with sugar. So this time in the store, you need to buy a package of the cheapest spread, the cheapest flour, soda, sugar by weight, and 2 chicken eggs. This whole set costs 53 hryvnia. Additionally, we bought red beans in a vegetable store for 11 hryvnia. This comes out to an amount of $2.35. First of all, we open up the beans, pour those into a bowl, and fill it with water. We soaked them for 2 hours and absorbed a lot of water. Pour all this into a saucepan, add in some more water, and leave that to cook on the stove for 2 hours. In the meantime, we get the rest of the products. We will make dough out of them. We open up the spread pack, cut off 100 grams, put the butter into a mini saucepan, and onto the stove. We wait until it is completely melted and pour it into a bowl. From above, we break in 2 chicken eggs, by the way, we were really lucky and they turned out to have double yolks. Here we pour out half a packet of sugar, a little soda, add some water, and mix it all well with a whisk. Gradually add the flour and mix. We do this until the dough becomes moderately thick and not a single lump remains in it. Drain the liquid from the beans. Pour out the remaining sugar and grind it into a puree with an immersion blender. Gradually pour in the liquid. And now we've got a Japanese enko pasta. We install special panels with fish in the multi-baker. We fill the forms with dough. Then a little enko paste is added to each of them. And pour some more dough on top. Close it all up and let it fry. These are the fish that turned out. We break out the extra pieces of dough. And now we have 2 ideal taiyaki. I wonder how many of them will come out of all the products. As a result, we cooked 16 fish. It turns out that the cost of one such fish is only 14 cents, and this is 10 times cheaper than those that are sold on the streets of Tokyo. Let's try it. It tastes like a half waffle, half cake with sweet bean paste. Very tasty stuff. The New Year is just around the corner, and we have a tradition to shoot the most expensive New Year's tables. If you want to continue it, then write in the comments. We want the most expensive New Year's table of 2022. And we need to collect 200,000 likes on this video in the shortest possible time. And then I promise, in the next video we will surpass all the previous years. We will prepare an unrealistically expensive New Year's table. Also subscribe to the channel and click on this playlist. See you guys.